So after speaking to one of my good friends, Colin DeWay, if you do not know who he is, his channel will be linked in the description. He has a great channel. Definitely go check him out and subscribe. But after speaking to him, he recommended the Aries Sports Rub for pain relief. Obviously, whenever going through high workloads and things of that nature, especially if you do powerlifting routines, going to have little kind of aches in your, you're going to have aches in your joints and just little niggles here and there, and he said this is without a doubt absolutely the best thing to do for pain relief. So what I've decided to do is I bought myself 3 of them because they're only available in America, so I had to get them shipped over. So I bought 3 just to cut costs on shipping. So hopefully these will help out my hips a little bit and also kind of relieve a little bit of the pain and make things a little bit more comfortable. So I'm going to try this out today and I'll let you know my immediate reaction to it and whether it's worth buying or not. So for today's deadlifts, we have 262.5 kilograms, or I think that's like 578 pounds, 580 pounds, something like that, somewhere around that. But I mean, you Americans are going to have to start learning the kilogram system and catch up with the rest of the world. But that's a different topic for a different story. But yeah, 262.5 for 6 sets of 3 reps. And then this is going to be the heaviest I've ever went with my new deadlift stance, which is exciting, and I'm hoping it holds up well and it moves well. Unfortunately, when kind of going through the volume block, and right now I'm doing the most volume I've ever done, and also the most frequency I've ever done, so I'm not necessarily always feeling great, and unfortunately with the new stance, I'm not able to kind of judge during it whether it feels good or not, because obviously I'm not necessarily feeling that great because fatigue levels are a little bit high. But ultimately, obviously, like I say to every athlete I work with, sometimes it doesn't really matter how you feel. You're not always going to feel good. Not every day is going to feel like a gold medal day, but you shut your mind off, you go through your cues, you execute the lifts, and if the lifts are performed appropriately and properly and efficiently, and you get your workload in, then who gives a shit how you feel, ultimately, in my opinion anyway. But yeah, so that's kind of leaving me with a wee bit kind of a kind of mess my mind up a little bit. But always looking on camera, it looks good, it looks promising, so we're going to keep that going. And hopefully today, everything moves well, everything feels really good. And I smash all 6 triples with 262.5. And I keep going, and I'm really looking forward to getting into some heavier loads with this new stance. And hoping that the shorter range of motion and having my feet closer together, which is also going to allow my hips to be in a bit more of an optimal position, and obviously recruit a bit more from upper back. Hopefully pays off and does very good. But anyway, I'm going to get on to the deadlifts, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. After using the cream, what I have to say about it, I like to have a little bit more time using it so I could give kind of a more reliable statement on it. However, first impressions are it's great, it's really good. It definitely took away all hip discomfort completely, and it definitely reduced my tendons flaring up in my pec, which is which is good. So first impressions are it's good. However, what I would say is it's not a miracle cream. If you have a severe or really serious injury, it's probably not going to remove all pain or help you out completely. It's really not a miracle cream. However, it definitely does remove, for me anyway, the discomfort in my hips, and it also has removed quite a lot of the discomfort in my pec. Not all of it, but quite a lot of it. So ultimately it was a good purchase, and I will be continuing to be using it. And I would definitely recommend it to you if you have kind of mild discomfort in areas. And it's what I've kind of found out is less is more. It does come out quite runny. It's quite a runny substance, so definitely less is more. I would probably start with a little bit less, and then you can always apply a little bit more. I would also recommend
that if you do not like, or you absolutely hate icy, kind of an icy burn feeling, then this probably isn't for you. It's a very, very icy burn, which I actually really like. I actually really, really do tend to like that feeling. And as well, this is something that doesn't bother me, but it may bother you. It has a very, very, very kind of typical kind of icy burn smell, and it definitely kind of made all my house kind of smell of it, and made the garage stink of it. Now that doesn't bother me in the slightest. It doesn't bother me at all. So, but however it would, then maybe that'd be another reason why not to buy it. But overall, the price as well is very cheap. If you're in America, I believe you get free shipping. If you're in the UK, then shipping is still very, very reasonable, and just buy more of them to make it more worth your while. So overall, I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely be buying it again, and I will definitely be making all use of those 3 bottles, and will continue to keep buying them once those 3 bottles run out. That's all I feel I can really say on my first impressions. I'm actually believe Colin has a full video on it. I'm sure he does. I might be talking rubbish, but I think he does. And anyway, here you see we hit a 5x5 on 141 kilograms, which is 3 plates and then half a kilo each side added on to make up for the kilo. And last week I was talking about how I really wanted to push through that 138 kilograms onto 4 plates, but obviously there's a time and a place to do so. You need to trust and respect the program and not to deviate. And lo and behold, a week later I am doing it. So that's kind of part and a parcel of trusting the process. And you will eventually get to where you want to go, as long as you just give yourself time and not deviate and trust it. So again, all self lift out, these are moving well. It's actually got to a point now where the self lift out honestly feels just natural. Feels probably better, if not as good if not better than a lift out, which is really promising. So I think I'm going to keep seeing this through and just keep giving myself self lift outs. Yeah, I mean, at the moment I'm not training with anyone anyway. I've not been training with anyone really for pretty much since way before the British, so and that I'm going to be sticking that way. So yeah, it is what it is, and I will just keep giving myself self lift outs. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will speak to all of you guys next time.